Hey, Don here. Here's lick of the day number 72. This is an Dorian / Pentatonic picking run. As usual, you can find a link to the tabs in the description below or by clicking here on the screen. I'm going to play it once slowly and then break it down. We start here on the 19th fret of the high E string. Alright, as it says in the title, this is based on the Dorian scale and the Pentatonic scale. We start with the Pentatonic run, and it's based on groups of 5, and we also use the 3-note per string pentatonic shapes. So basically you have 2 groups of 5. You have this one, then you have this one, and you have 1 extra group of 5 as well, but in terms of a different sequence, it's only 2 of them. So if we take this one and number the notes from left to right, 1, 2, 3, and I can show you the notes as well, even though you have a link to the tab. So that would be 17, 19, 22. So the sequence would be 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. So I'm not talking fingers here, I'm talking the notes from left to right. So that's the first 5-note sequence. And then we repeat that on the B string with the frets 17, 20, 22. Now we go down to the 15th fret and we have 15, 17, 20, and now we have the second sequence, again numbering the notes from left to right, 1, 2, 3. The sequence goes 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. So basically that's up to the highest note and back to the lowest note. So combine them all. Then we'll go down to the G string, and now we have the first group of 5, the 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, on frets 14, 16, 19. Shift down to 12, and then play the 1, 2, 3, 2, 1 sequence. And then finally we're going to do the 2, 1, 3, 2, 1 on frets 12, 14, and 17 on the D string. After that, we're just going to ascend this Dorian shape. And it's fairly easy fingering, and we'll start on natural 6, so the quintessential Dorian note. So we have 11, 12, 14 on both D and G. And then we have 12, 14, 15 on B and E. And then finally shift up to 17. And then I go down this basically a D major, D sus4 type of arpeggio. But we hear this in relation to the E note, right? So, and the notes, the intervals then become the 4th, flat 3, 2, flat 7, 4, flat 3, 2. So if we put it all together, and how you play this one, you can auto pick it, you can legato and slide, so it's totally up to you. I think I played it something like that in the actual fast version, but it doesn't really matter. You can do it several different ways. As far as the picking for this run though, I auto pick everything and I start with a downstroke. Right, so practice wise, this sequence is very similar to the one we had yesterday, so you can refer to that video as well for some extra practice advice. But in general, you can just loop the first 2 groups of 5 like this. And then the second group, 2 groups as well, so on the single string. So now that works fine for the first 2 groups, but this one doesn't really loop that well as is. So what you can do, you can add notes to it. So what I did here, I played it as is here, and then I just add these two notes. And why I add two notes is because I want to keep the an even number, because then you keep the picking the same when you loop it. So you can try that, or in other cases I simply do this and have a pause. So either way works. And for the last part here, it's simply an ascending 3-note per string scale over 4 strings, which can be tricky. So I would refer to the my mechanical exercises, where you do 1 2 3, 1 2 4, 1 3 4, and 2 3 4. So you can either go like this and get a string skip. I like to do 2 reps for each string ring. Or you can actually mimic it even more closely. So you would go, and instead of the whole step here, I will just shift up a half step. So I will go up. Either way works. All right, that's it for this one. If you have any questions, just post them below. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next one.